Hello there. What I'm going to do in this video real quick is just show how to remove and reattach the wire or the bar that works with the caps lock key for an IBM Displaywriter keyboard. And so this is the device that allows the lock to go up and down. It doesn't, as you notice, most of these beam spring switches have springs on them. These are staying pretty tight, but they got springs and they go up and down. The caps lock, the lock key, does not. It stays down and stays up, and then this whole bar mechanism prevents it, allows it to lock, and then allows you to push it again to pop back up. And but basically this bar can be difficult to get in and out because you can't like push it to one side here. These end plastic pieces don't slide on the bar or the wire, and so you cannot like slide them in to give you more space to slide this bar out. So the way you have to remove this is basically what you do is you have to bend the bar. So as you can see, the bar is bent and then it pops right out. And then let's take it all the way out. So here's the bar, and we're going to do this again. And we're going to put it back in, and the way I put it back in is I basically put my finger under here. Let's do this so you can see that direction. I put my finger under here, and I bend the bar, and then it slides right in. And it's so much easier to do that than to try to force it in. And I was trying to, I forgot how I got it in and out originally. But basically, yeah, if you're going to maintenance this at all, clean it up, you just need to, or you want to remove this and use the caps lock key as a control key, which is what I did. And then I moved the springless switch somewhere else. So to get it in, yeah, you got to bend it and then it just slides right in. So that's how you do that. Now, while we're at it, we're just going to demonstrate the space bar as well. So the space bar, how you do this is, this one's a little easier to figure out. So you've got this sits here, okay? It sits here in front and then goes into these plastic, these beige plastic pieces here. And then these things here, they go into these slots. But it can be a little confusing about how to get it all in there. And so basically, these pieces, thankfully, are identical. They one of them, does not go on either side. So basically, it's pretty simple. You just slide. Let's turn it this way. You slide these notches. You see, there's notches here in the bar and the little metal insert. You just slide these notches in together. Okay, and then. Yeah, and then we just put them back in there, and then this should work. Also put the, oh, well, I didn't do it right. You need to put the space bar underneath into that notch, and then you kind of have to, there you go, that's how you do it. So put the space bar into the notches of the beige piece first, and then you can slide it into the notches of these I don't know, inserts, I don't know what you call them, and then we'll put the space bar on. And it's kind of hard to get it seated right. You actually have to line up. There we go. I think they're lined up now. You have to line it up so it gets all into the holes. Oh. There we go. I think, yeah, there we go. I think we're in. And then, yep, there you go. Now it works. So yeah, I just want to do a quick demonstration of how to remove and insert the wire or the bar for the lock key on the IBM Displaywriter beam spring, and then how to do this space bar. So the space bar just, it can be a little confusing, but basically you want to slide in this metal bar here underneath the white. I mean, you can insert, and then you want to slide this in first. Let's just do it right from the top. Slide that in underneath the beige pieces, and then slide these in, and then put these notches together, and hopefully that makes more sense, my original application. So there you go. That's how we do the space bar and the lock key for the IBM beam spring Displaywriter. See you later. Okay, here's some bonus content for you, and what I want to do is just demonstrate the lock demonstration and how the shift key releases the lock. So you've got the bar running across the top of the keyboard, and this little black plastic 2-layer piece here stabilizes the whole mechanism. And if you look, I'm going to bring the camera in close here, and as you can see, there's a nut between the two black plastic pieces. So you take the nut and you put it between the two black plastic pieces, and you put this bolt through it, and then there's a hole in the top plate here, and so you put the screw through the nut in between the black plastic pieces, and then you have to get it into the hole in the plate. And I used these little set of tweezers. You kind of have to stabilize the nut in there in order when you're screwing it in, so everything fits together. Now, as for the lock and release mechanism, as you can see over here, there is a black plastic piece here, and what happens when you push the lock down, you push the shift and it releases the lock key. And there's also a tab underneath the lock key. So you push the shift and it releases the lock key. So we're just going to demonstrate that real quick here. I'm just going to push the lock and it releases the lock key. And you can do it with both shifts. So let's put the lock down, and the right shift does it too. All the way over on the right shift, it releases it. I'd recommend lubing up this bar as well, because this can get a little stiff, the bar, so you need to lube where it contacts the black plastic stabilizers and such. So anywhere the bar comes in contact with black plastic, you're going to want to lube it up, because it is a little, there is some friction there. So basically, yeah, I just wanted to demonstrate that real quick. So hopefully maybe that helps you a little bit.